Disclaimer. This material is for informational purposes only and is not a call to action. Trading always involves risks. The bot is for leisure use only if all rules are followed. Dear friends, hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm starting with an initial balance of $20. And I'm curious to see what amount I can reach if I make between 6 and 10 profitable trades in a row. And whether I can actually do this, you'll find out at the end of this video. Did I achieve this result? So a trading robot will be helping me with this to make sure I open trades correctly. And that each trade has the potential to bring me profit, not just from opening the trade itself. This robot is powered by artificial intelligence and is available 24 hours a day. The robot is free and accessible on any device. I'll leave a link to it in the description below this video. Alright? Before that, I'll select the currency pairs I just closed since their payout has dropped. Like this, for example. Awesome. You can trade with the euro, the Australian dollar, and the British pound. Same here. I also want to remind you of one important thing. And that's that today there will be some awesome content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And now I'll move on to a review from one of my subscribers who wrote to me today. Thank you so much for your feedback. Your review is just awesome. I'm incredibly happy with your results. Your results are just excellent. I wish you the same, even 10 times more. And now I'm starting my trading with the first asset. Euro and Turkish lira. I open this asset and request a signal. According to this signal, I need to open a sell trade so that my trade closes in profit. The accuracy of this signal is 95%. Let's see if that's really the case. Yes, everything is exactly as expected. The trade closed, profit, and now my balance is already $38 instead of $20. A good result and a great start to trading. Done, and I move on to the next asset, Euro and British Pound. I find this asset on the trading robot, signal for 10 seconds. I open a buy trade. The trading robot is confident that the price of this asset will rise. So far, that's exactly what's happening. But let's see if anything changes. No, the trade closed, profit, nothing changed, the signal was good. I can move on to the next asset, Euro and Swiss franc. I find this trading asset on the trading robot and request a signal according to the signal. I need to open a buy trade. The buy trade is opened, the price is going up, just as the trading tool predicted. But whether it will close in profit is unknown. It closes in profit, the result is good. I can move on to the next asset. So I move on to Euro and US dollar. I find this trading asset on the trading robot. Euro, US dollar, 10-second signal. The signal should be opened for a buy. The trade is opened for a buy. Now I wait for the outcome of this trade. Let's see. Excellent result. The trade is profitable and performed well. Great. I can move on to the next asset. Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. I find this asset 10 seconds signal. The trading robot says to open a sell trade. I immediately opened a sell trade. Now, for the trade to close in profit, it needs to be trading below this entry point. And that's exactly what's happening. The price traded below the entry point, and as a result, the profit was credited to my balance. I can move on to the next asset to trade. British pound and US dollar. I open this asset on the instrument and request a signal. 10 seconds. You can see the signal is loading. I need to open a sell trade here. That's exactly what I did. And I'm predicting a sale on this asset in a downward trend. Everything is going great so far, and I could potentially make a profit. Profit received, the trade was absolutely correct. Phew, guys, the result is excellent. I can move on to the next asset. Let's go back to the Euro and Turkish lira, which we already traded for 10 seconds. The signal here is to buy, so the trade is opened for a purchase. After the signal, we predict growth. For the trade to close in profit, it needs to be traded above the entry point. Excellent. The trade finished above the entry point and brought in profit, so I'm moving on. Next, on to the following asset. Euro and British pound. I find this trading asset on the robot. Euro, British pound. Alright, I got a bit ahead of myself there. It's somewhere here, 10 seconds traded. Purchase. Purchase made, I opened a buy trade, the trade amount is set. We wait for the result. Return. Guys, we got a return on this investment, so we need to request a new signal. Euro and British pound, 10 seconds. Here, the trading robot says to sell. Well, let's see if we can make a profit on this asset now. So far it's trading at a loss for me. But a sharp impulse to sell corrects the situation, and this trade closes in profit for me. The result is excellent. I'm moving on to the next asset. Euro and Swiss franc. Signal for 10 seconds. And the signal says to buy, so the trade is open for a buy, but right after the signal, the price dropped for me, though I'm expecting it to rise. Great, the trade closes in profit. So, starting from $20, I was able to reach $7,000 in literally, well, that's 6 or 9 trades. I could keep trading further, but that would increase the risk even more. The risk is that if, for example, my next trade ends up being a loss, I would lose everything. In other words, all my earnings could just be wasted for nothing. That's why I decided to stop and lock in a profit of $7,000. And remember guys, trading always involves risks. The risk is that you can lose your entire capital at any moment, especially if you act recklessly. This trading robot will be available via the link in the description under this video, and it's absolutely free. With that, I wish you all a great day. See you next time. Goodbye everyone.